After failing to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in years, starting off as Arsenal in Football Manager 2018 looks to be an intriguing challenge. You're expected to finish 4th and you've got £80 million for transfers, as well as having £351,000 left in the wage budget, and that's despite having already spent considerable money on the likes of Alexandre Lacazette. In terms of backroom staff, you may want to bring in a new head of youth development to replace Luke Hobbs, who doesn't appear to be up to the task. Sal Gibbo and Barry Solon are also slightly suspect, and you should be looking to replace these in the long term. You'll start the save with Arsene Wenger making the move upstairs, and he's an absolutely fantastic director of football. Make use of him whilst you can, but you do have the option to remove him straight away if you so choose. You have an enormous scouting network, but the weakest link by far is Ben Wrigglesworth. I'd also strongly suggest replacing your head of sports science, as Shad Forsyth only has 9 for his sports science attribute. In real life, Arsenal set themselves up in a 3-4-2-1 formation, but the squad is flexible enough to adjust to whichever way you want to play. The squad equally lends itself to a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 without any additions. Your most difficult task will be keeping hold of the likes of Ozil and Sanchez, who are both out of contract at the end of the season. Unless you want to see them leave on a free, you should do whatever is necessary to tie them both down to longer term deals. You also have Jack Wilshere, Santi Cazorla and Per Mertesacker all leaving at the end of the 2017-2018 season. With Wilshere and Cazorla's contracts expiring and Mertesacker deciding to retire, you'll need to consider whether you want to stick or twist with your midfield personnel. Your key players are new signing Alexandre Lacazette and the aforementioned Sanchez and Ozil, and you should look to create a tactic to get the most out of them. Hector Bellerin and Sead Kolasinac will be important to your plans should you wish to replicate Wenger's 3-4-2-1 system. At the other end of the spectrum, you may want to free up some space by moving on the likes of Carl Jenkinson, Emilio Martinez and Joel Campbell. Mohamed El Neni also starts on the transfer list as soon as you take control of the club. Looking to the future, you have the likes of Reece Nelson and Jeffrey Adelaide. Trying to bed them into the starting 11 in the first season may prove a little optimistic, but it could be worth playing them in the domestic cups instead of loaning them out to ensure that they reach their incredibly high potential under your stewardship. Although you've got a really good set of players and money to spend, there's a lot of expectation from both fans and the board for you to deliver a top 4 finish. How you manage this expectation will determine how difficult this save is. Right then, before you go, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, join the Discord, and listen to the 5-Star Potential podcast. All of the links will be in the description down below. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta!